The delay from the government in announcing the dates for the provincial and parliamentary elections has started creating complications for the Election Commission. Experts have also begun expressing their concerns and urged the government to announce the poll dates at the earliest. However, the government is yet to announce the election dates as it appears to be busy in its efforts to sustain the current coalition. Good morning, I'm Abheudaya Shrestha, and these are the headlines of the hour. All 7 provincial governments set to complete their 5-year term failed to meet public expectations. All provincial governments unstable by prioritizing power over good governance and service delivery. Around 3 billion rupees spent on salaries and allowances for federal lawmakers in the past 5 years. Crucial bills still pending at the Parliament. Lawmakers' absence at House sessions delay endorsement of bills. Russian energy giant Gazprom says it will once again drastically cut gas supplies to the EU. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky calls it an overt gas war that Russia is waging against a united Europe. And World Athletics to introduce a repechage round in individual track events from 200 meters to 1500 meters at the Paris 2024 Summer Olympics. All the 7 provincial governments are set to complete their 5-year term. However, in these 5 years, all 3 tiers of the government formed with the objective of decentralizing authority and services for the public have failed to meet expectations. After the previous provincial and parliamentary elections, the public had expected decentralization of services, development and good governance. Provincial governments were taken as a meaningful achievement of federalism. However, the provincial governments could not refrain from political ploys for power share. The absence of political stability was seen in the provincial governments as well. Provincial lawmakers have also been alleged of violating party directives for financial benefits. These 5 years saw changes in the provincial governments as well. Province 1 and Bagmati saw 3 changes, while the governments of Lumbini and Karnali changed twice in the past 5 years. All the province governments were unstable as they prioritized power over good governance and service delivery, the trend evident in the central government. To satisfy the interests of the political parties, several province governments also increased the number of ministries to more than what could be sustained by the state coffers. Meanwhile, the province governments have faced several challenges, including legal complications regarding their jurisdiction, lack of coordination, and absence of support from the federal government. Considering all of these factors, the province governments do not seem to have positive indicators from the past 5 years regarding easing of service delivery for the public. In our Public Voice segment, we had asked locals in several provinces what they think of the mismanagement seen in provincial assemblies. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public Voice.
शिक्षा स्वास्थ्य रोजगार जस्ता कुराहरुमा सरकारले ध्यान दिएको छैन
जनतालाई भयभरको कर लगाएको छ
खासै जनतामुखी छैन
कामको सिलसिलामा हेर्ने हो भने शून्य देखिन्छ
आफ्ना मान्छेहरुलाई मात्रै जागिर दिने मात्र भयो
जनताको दुःख पीडा एकतिर छ भने उहाँहरुको व्यवहार एकतिर हो
कार्यकर्ता पाल्ने काम र यताउति घुम्ने काम मात्र गर्छ
दलहरुका चाहिँ कार्यकर्ताहरुलाई भर्ती केन्द्र बनाएर
The federal parliament formed after the elections back in 2017 had a crucial task of formulating laws for the implementation of federalism. In the past 5 years, around 3 billion rupees have been spent on allowances for federal lawmakers. However, crucial bills are still pending at the parliament despite the clock ticking. Adding to the inefficiency of the parliament, lawmakers have been absent at the House sessions, which has further delayed the endorsement of bills. During the session of the House of Representatives on Sunday, 191 lawmakers signed in their presence. However, not all of them stayed at the session. Several bills like the Madan Bhandari Science and Technology University Bill, tabled at the session, could not be endorsed at the lack of majority votes. The Parliament requires at least 69 lawmakers for endorsement. However, only 57 were present on Sunday, which caused for the Speaker to postpone the session for today. However, this is not the first time that lawmakers have left the session. Officials and lawmakers have been receiving around 134,000 rupees in salaries and allowances on a monthly basis, which in the past 5 years has totaled to 3 billion rupees. Around 48 bills, including bills for information technology, human rights and CIAA, are still in consideration at the Parliament. As the term of the federal parliament nears its end, there is a call on lawmakers to exhibit accountability towards the country and the countrymen. The Special Parliamentary Committee investigating on the alleged involvement of unauthorized individuals in budget formation during former Finance Minister Janardhan Sharma's tenure has received a report on the CCTV footage that was sent to the Nepal Police for recovery. The CCTV devices were sent to the Nepal Police Forensic Lab for recovery after the Ministry of Finance could not produce footage of 28th of May that the committee had asked for. The lab had submitted the committee a report along with a footage which will be dwelt upon in today's session. Meanwhile, the committee has begun preparing a report based on the evidences collected so far. The committee was formed on 6th of July with 10 days time to probe into the matter. However, its deadline was extended by 7 days on 21st of July. The committee is to submit a report to the House of Representatives on Thursday. Provincial and parliamentary elections must be held between mid-November and mid-December. Allocating 120 days for preparations, the Election Commission had proposed holding the provincial and parliamentary elections on 18th of November. However, the parties in the ruling coalition are busy strategizing their win in the coming polls. Experts have expressed their concerns over the impact of delay in announcing election dates on the preparation for the polls. Considering the previous provincial and parliamentary elections held in 2 rounds, the Election Commission has said that the terms of the 2 tiers expire on 8th of December. On 6th of July, the Apex Election Authority had recommended holding the elections on 18th of November. The Election Commission has said that the delay from the government in announcing the election dates will complicate its preparations for the polls. Prime Minister Abheudaya had said that the election dates would not differ much from the recommendation of the Election Commission. However, the government is yet to announce the election date and appears busy in its efforts to sustain the coalition. The delay resulted by the power equation has begun creating complications for the Election Commission. Experts therefore have urged the government to become serious to ensure successful elections. The Development Committee of the House of Representatives has asked for the schedule of the Kathmandu-Tarai fast track after lapses in expected progress. In the 5 years of construction of the project, the Nepal Army has completed only 21% works. The committee has asked for the schedule from the Nepal Army as the project is unlikely to complete in the next 2 years. The government had assigned the responsibility of construction of the Kathmandu-Tarai Madhes fast track to the Nepal Army with expectations of timely completion. However, the Security Department has also not been able to secure expected progress of the mega project. The Development Committee of the House of Representatives has asked the Nepal Army to furnish the project's remaining schedule as its completion appears unlikely by mid-December 2024. Members of the committee have also been questioning the Army's working procedures. A total of 87 bridges are to be constructed in the 72.5 kilometer long fast track with a tunnel measuring 11 kilometers. However, with only 2 years remaining for the deadline of the project, 4 packages are yet to be contracted. The government has allocated more than 30 billion rupees for the project in this fiscal year alone. It is unfortunate that the issue of compensation is yet to be concluded in the entry point of the project in Kokana. The Ministry of Defense and the Nepal Army have acknowledged that the project is yet to make expected progress because of complications related to felling of trees and compensations. The project's initial investment was estimated at 90 billion rupees. However, several delays have increased the cost of the project to more than 200 billion rupees. It's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
Here's the question. What should be done to protect the children from contracting coronavirus? Your options are A. Keep the children indoors. B. Parents must follow safety measures. And C. Ensure vaccination for everyone. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us.
Sports News.
Nepal's under-20 football team thumped the Maldives 4-0 in their first match of the men's under-20 SAF Championship. In the match played in Bhubaneswar, India yesterday, Dipesh Gurung opened the scoring for Nepal in the 42nd minute. Sugam Suwal then doubled Nepal's lead in the 58th minute before Kritish Ratna Chonju scored the 3rd goal 4 minutes later through a spot kick. Managye Nakarmi added another goal in injury time seconds before the final whistle to secure Nepal's convincing 4-0 victory over the Maldives. Nepal will now face Sri Lanka in their next match. The tournament being played in a round-robin league includes defending champion India, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh alongside Nepal and the Maldives. The top 2 teams from the league will contest the final. Lumini All-Stars, one of the 6 teams to compete in the maiden edition of the Nepal T20 League, the first and the official T20 franchise tournament of the Cricket Association of Nepal CAN, revealed its logo amidst a ceremony yesterday. Addressing the event, co-owner of Lumini All-Stars, Sanjay Sharma, said that the team was excited for Nepal's official franchise tournament sanctioned by the International Cricket Council. He went on to add that the team logo reflects the elements of Lumini and Nepali All-Stars. Also speaking at the program, another co-owner, Ashik Lama, said that the team will begin planning about players once CAN prepares the modality for the same. Both Sharma and Lama were of the opinion that the tournament would contribute in developing cricket in Nepal and expressed Lumini All-Stars' commitment for the same. The team is owned by Sharma, Lama, Bardhan Chalise and Utsav Sigdale. Only last week, CAN had announced 4 of the 6 teams set to compete at the tournament. Kantipur Capital, owned by Kantipur Media Group, Janakpur Royals, Biratnagar Super Kings and teams from Pokhara and Sudur Pashchim will compete in the tournament. The tournament will be played at the TU Cricket Ground in Kantipur between 24th of September and 22nd of October this year. That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.